I like hearing how people got like started in improv. So,
Okay.
uh,
Is
but
this for
let's.
your like podcast or your like YouTube channel? I don't know, whatever you do.
You are so hip with the lingo.
I'm so old.
For years, I said podcast when I was meaning to say episodes, and so finally someone corrected me, and they're like, "It's not. It's the podcast, and there are episodes. Not every episode is a podcast." This is gonna be live on Facebook, but then it's gonna also go to my YouTube channel, so people can watch it there too.
Yay. Let me blow my nose before we start.
Wait, we're live already. You're on.
Okay.
Great. Nope. This is perfect. This
What
is.
an introduction. Yeah, it's very me.
Oh my God, it's the best. We've got, let's see, one, two, three. Pick a number, four, five, six. Ooh, pick a number between one and, oh, uh, hold on, I gotta go. Okay, we're not on yet. Okay, good. We're not on. We're going live now. Um, Although I did want to get that nose blow, but it's
I
not.
can do it again.
um, okay, so we are right now. All right, now we're live. Now we're live on Facebook, my friend. Yep, looking good. 63. Pick a number
You're
one.
frozen.
Am what? No. Now?
Yeah. Okay, you're not frozen. Pick a number between one and what?
63.
Ooh, I'm gonna pick 22. That's my lucky
Oh,
number.
good old Billy Buckner. Number
Yeah, right?
20.
Thank you for knowing that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm a Chicago fan. 22, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. Oh, yeah. Okay. Our suggestion comes from Diane. And it is open it. Open it.
Open it. All right. Did you get the gift I sent you?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Open it.
Now?
Yes. It's your birthday. Open it.
Okay, I didn't get you anything. Should I have gotten you something?
Well, it's not my birth. My birthday is next month. You can get me something next month.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna let you know I've got no expectations.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open it. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have. I feel bad. You shouldn't have.
I miss you, and we're quarantining apart, and it's your birthday, and I want to be there, and I can't be there, so of
Well,
course I have to.
I miss you, and appreciate the thought. So whatever it is, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Thank you.
I hope you love it.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. It's wrapped. I mean, it's beautiful. The wrapping is beautiful. I haven't even opened it. The wrapping's beautiful.
I had a lot of extra time on my hands in quarantine. I was like, I watched a YouTube video on how to like wrap a fancy present, and I'm glad it paid off. So
Oh my God, this is great. I mean, the thought of just wrapping it is amazing. Thank you.
I hope the gift lives up to the expectation of the paper.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Do you remember seeing that in the store?
Yeah, yeah. I don't even remember you hearing me say that I would love that. Yeah. It's. Oh my God. I mean, it's it's great. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of you. This isn't a small gift.
I'm glad you like it.
I love it. Are you joking me? It's It's thoughtful. It it's my favorite color. Like it's this is a big gift. And I'm 50. I'm 50 and like the smallest things are no longer small things. Thank you. I'm gonna fill it up. I'm
Don't drop it.
no.
You're collecting. Please don't drop it.
Oh no, wait, hold on. Wait.
I had to call the store, right? And I'm on the phone with the lady and I'm like trying to describe, I was like, do you remember? Because I couldn't go get it. So I had to like have my house, and I'm like on the phone, I'm trying to describe, and it's like it's blue and white. And she's like, what are you talking about? And finally I was like, I hate to do this. Can I get your personal number? So like I made her send me a picture on her cell phone to my cell phone. I'm like, that's the one. Yeah. So I had to go through a lot to get that mug.
Wow. You know what's interesting is I got two other gifts today and they were both gift certificates. My brother got me a gift certificate. And like when am I going to go play laser tag? When? I didn't play laser tag before the pandemic. He got me a gift for laser tag. I'm not going to play laser tag. And
I would say in normal, yeah, in normal times it sounds like an awesome gift, but right now it's kind of, yeah, when are you gonna play it?
I mean, there's no expiration date, which is, I guess, fine. But it's like I'm not gonna play it. And my sister got me. I mean, God bless her. She got me a gift certificate to Santino's, which is, I mean, it's okay pizza. It's not, it's not deep dish. It's not regular tavern style. It's just like, it's an attempt at it. It says Chicago style, and it's like it's so not. It's like ketchup on saltines. It's terrible. But it's she's very nice. It's the thought that counts. But it just does not. It's like I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to make me feel better. She's trying to make me feel like that it reminds me of home. But it didn't hit the mark. This hits the mark. I mean, look at that.
When you coming home?
Uh, I think it's time. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. Um, I
You're
wanted
not just saying,
no. I wanted to tell you in person. Portland's great. It's been great. But I miss home. I miss you. I miss hanging out. We don't. It's not the same.
when you coming?
Uh, well,
I mean, do you really, why the pause, Jay?
well, I booked a flight today.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't. I can't do this anymore. I gave.
You're really,
It's not home. And I thought you
are you
might
playing?
think that. I thought you might think I was a quitter.
Why would I ever think you're a quitter?
Well, because you
I,
wouldn't.
I,
I think that you would think that, but you would never think that. I think you would.
would- I don't want to be the reason that you give up your dreams. I want you to come home because you want to come home.
Well, home is my dream. That's what I realized. This was I don't look at it as a failure. I look at what I did when I was here. I look at that as a big success, and I'll go to my grave knowing like my craft beer stands the test of time, and like it's good. But I kept like the first. You know what happened the first week I moved to Portland? Is I was like, it's everything I thought it would be, and I just don't like it. I was like, it's everything I thought it would be. Like it's a livable place. Outdoors is great. I miss the hum of a big city. I miss being able to pop over and say hi. I couldn't do that. Like every time I would go home and visit, I'd want to stay. And
You could
so,
you know,
yeah. What?
try and maybe you can make craft beer here.
Oh, I'm always going to make craft beer. I mean, that's I just don't have to I just don't have to make it my sole source of income. I can still do it. There's so there are so many craft beers here. You don't understand. Every it's like, yeah, I went to the craft beer mecca, but damn, there's a lot of craft beer here.
Yours is good though.
Mine's
It's your
really
beer's great.
mine's good. I mean,
There's just
it's but it's
too
craft.
many.
Yeah, there's so many, and craft beer should not be the reason I'm here when, my heart is not here. And I felt like I wanted to tell you, but then I also wanted to surprise you and just show up and just like pop over. And so, but then I'm like, oh shit, I forget. Yeah, I'll have to quarantine. And so,
And you wouldn't have got to open your gift because your gift would have been in Portland and you're here. And
yeah. And this is
so
a,
you know what? You don't have to get me a birthday gift next month. You can just, you're my birthday gift.
my, my presence is your present.
You're so corny. I love it. I miss it.
Hey, uh, if you were here, I wouldn't move back, but you're there.
You have a place to stay when you move back?
I don't know, do I?
Yeah, you know you do.
I miss you, dogs. And I miss you.
Thanks.
I'm gonna put some beer in this.
Isn't it like 9 in the morning your time?
Yeah. Or as I like to say, it's don't laugh, but it's beer o'clock.
There you go, being corny again. Ugh, I love it.
Mm, yeah, I love it.
I'm glad you do. What time's your flight?
Uh, beer o'clock. Noon. It's noon tomorrow, but I just say beer o'clock. It's a craft brewer thing. I can take you don't have to pick me up. I'm not as I don't don't pick me up at the airport. I mean, you can, but don't feel you have to.
I will.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Scene. Do you know you're one of my all-time favorite people to play with? You know that?
You know that I feel the exact same way about you. No, no BS attached to that. Seriously. Yeah.
I still remember the scene where we did a pyramid on stage.
Like that was probably one of my favorite times ever improvising.
Yeah. We I look back on those moments and I'm like, man, we each week we got to play together and it was a great core group of me, you, Goldstein, Reome, Micah, like it was Bronis. Like there were some magical shows there and I think about it very fondly.
And it was easy.
It was easy. And then it's like bullshit gets in the way and makes things complicated, but it's like, no, it can be real easy, everyone. It can be super easy.
Yes. I
How
miss.
I miss it. How did you get into improv? How did you start?
How did I start? so I had this best friend in high school he was a year older than me, and he was like, he was adventurous, right? And I think without his influence would have been one of those people that are always like hung around my hometown. Thank God that kind of got me out. And I met him in high school. He, back in the days before cell phones, that he walked up to me with a walkie-talkie, and he handed it to me. He's like, I'm gonna go in the guy's bathroom and tell you what it looks like. And I was like, all right. And like, I mean, instantly we were like best friends. He was super weird and fun. And he discovered Second City, and he would drive us up to Second City to see the improv sets. And the people I got to see on stage were like Amy Sedaris, Tim Meadows, Collier, Carell, Farley, all those people. And I remember thinking like, that looks like the best job in the world. And then I think I've always been a dramatic kid. And like, I think I was like background crap in high school and acting, but never center stage. And I went to college because I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And 6.5 years later, I got my kinesiology degree, and I came home and I said, here's your degree, Mom. Right. And she was just like, and I was like, I'm signing up for classes. And I remember physically picking up the phone, and I hung up twice because I was so nervous. And the third time I was like, what do you mean that anybody could take class? What do you mean you teach us? What do you mean you don't need experience? And I showed up, and my first class was like down Wells, like, you know where Old Town Aquarium is, right? And there was an apartment complex next door. It was like in an apartment complex there.
Yeah. It used to be either the stages or there. And like, that was it. There were no like classrooms or anything back in the day. If you were lucky enough, I took a Saturday, my classes were like noon, so the stages were free. But if you were taking like a night class or any other time, you couldn't take it on the stages.
Yeah. And I remember like stepping foot in there, and I always tell people this, but I was like, to me, it was like it was like breathing oxygen for the first time. I was like, this is what it feels to be alive. Right. And I think it just, from there on, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, but this has to be part of it. It really was. I don't know how else to describe it.
And you love teaching the intro class. Like, you teach the level A, and I don't think you've taught or wanted to teach other levels, but why do you love the A class so much?
I have taught other levels, but I don't like it. And I know why. It's because like, there's a lot of reasons. I want to give people the same experience I had when I walked in, right? And I want them to fall in love with it. And I also like, for people going on to other levels, I think it's important that it's taught right, and there's no ego involved, and there's no like, if I have some asshole walk in, I want to teach them like, you being an asshole isn't going to serve you or anybody else. And I want to grab them early so I can coach them out of that. So I'm putting good people through a program or in the other classes, and to me, it's like training a puppy or playing with a child. It's like their discovery of everything that's new is like, I love watching that and seeing that. So.
And it's so true. Like, anytime I've got a class that followed you, like at the beginning, you're like, who have you had for a teacher? And anytime it's like you or Judy, like those were two where you're like, they've been instructed from day one of not being an asshole, saying yes, making each other look good, the ensemble, like it was huge.
Yeah. And I'm like, the more I've done this, the more I believe that like the most important thing about improv is ensemble. Like, if you can get, that's it. Like, it's all ensemble work. And if you can build an ensemble that loves and cares about each other, everything else is going to fall into place.
It's unstoppable. You don't have to teach them any rules or any shit like that. You're just like, if you teach each other to care about each other and to put other people first, it will be brilliant. I am convinced 100% of that.
Yeah. You and I teach very similarly.
Yeah.
We've always had the same philosophy. We're descendants of Marty, and I think I think, thank God we had him as a teacher, right? And thank God we've adopted that philosophy too. So,
I mean, how do you describe him? How would you describe him as a teacher? Because to me, it was like there was no better artistic director, there was no better teacher of improv. Like he was just, I mean, how do you describe that guy?
Like the sweetest Yoda you'll ever meet. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. He's like a super kind zany Yoda. Like, I don't know how else to, super gentle, super happy, super positive. He never, he would sit there with his cigarette and his legs crossed. He would never yell, but he had your attention, and you're just like, what is he saying? You know?
And you could feel bad about something, not getting conservatory or whatever, and then you talk to him, and then
I wouldn't know that, Jay, because I got no. I'm just kidding.
well, at the end, you're just like, wow, he made me realize not getting that was the best thing for me. And you go into it, and he was a nurturer and just made you feel like you could believe in yourself. And I write students these cards, and at the end, I put you are pure potential, which is stolen from him. That's a thing he would always say. And it just stuck with me almost 30 years later.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think that's it, like, that his philosophy is like one of the things we teach, right? You
Yeah.
and I, like that you're enough, and whatever you are is perfect, and wherever you are in life is where you're meant to be, and it's part of your journey, right?
Yeah, we definitely don't teach there's an end. You got to get to a destination. It's like, no, this is all part of a journey.
Yeah.
Uh, you're teaching, I mean, you teach all over the place too. Like you teach at UIC and you have your own business that go in and you help other businesses change their mindset and use improv skills to change and adapt and to become better, just entities and people there. What's the best way? Because I love it. You're not on Facebook, and you are proudly not on Facebook. Like, what's the best way if people want to reach out to you to bring you in as a teacher or to have you come, help their company? Like, what's the best way they can do that?
You can go to Work Play Improv. It's all one word, workplayimprov.com, and you can get in contact with me there. That's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me.
You are the absolute best. I mean that. I
I
cannot
miss
wait.
you so much,
I
Jay.
miss you. It's just like you're just such a great energy, and being around you. And I love that you curse. And I don't think you cursed at all this time, but I love you.
I was like, I said one word, but right. I was like, I'm trying not to.
Kimmy, you're the best. I can't wait to play with you again, whether it's virtual, in person, whatever it is. You are the absolute best. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, bye.